All right, we're better. Okay. How far left and right do we want to go? Do you want to use negative 10 and positive 10 just as a starting point? Not a bad idea. Okay. What about the y's? How far down and up do you want to go in your graph? You want to do the same negative 10 to positive 10? Maybe? Do we have a hint in this equation? What do you think, Cole?
Well, 157 is the y-intercept.
157, negative 157 is the y-intercept. So this parabola is very low. So the y-min, maybe we'll go a little bit lower than that. We'll say 200. Okay? And maybe we'll go up to positive 10. Okay, so we're going to go below the x-axis down to 200, and then we'll be above the x-axis. We'll go up to 10. Okay, negative 200 to 10, what do you want to count by? Tens? Okay, we can do that. Let's see how good this window is. Ooh, okay, so we might have to do some maneuvering. So we have the kind of left-hand side, and then it's probably going to come back down over here. So we're going to have to change our window. Yeah?
Mine says like archive, and then it just says quit.
All right, let's go ahead and change our window. Notice how on your current picture we have all this empty space over here. Okay, we really don't need that because we want to go more to the right. Okay, so we might chop off this empty space. We definitely have to go more to the right, and we might want to go a little bit more up. That way we can clearly see the vertex or the top of this parabola. So we're going to go back and change our window. Okay, we did not have to go all the way to the left, so that means we did not have to go all the way to negative 10. Maybe we'll chop it off at negative 5. We did, however, want to go more to the right. So instead of stopping at 10, maybe we'll go to 20. Okay, we're kind of shifting what we can see on this parabola. Negative 5 to 20, what do you want to count by? Ones? Keep it? Okay. That's fine. Negative 200 was good because we were able to see that y-intercept, but we said we wanted to go up a little more so we could possibly see the vertex. So maybe we'll go up to, I don't know, 30. And we'll still count by tens. Okay? Let's hit graph and see if those changes were good enough. I say it's pretty good. Right? Okay, clear picture. We can see the vertex at the very top. It's just a little bit above the x-axis. Calculators work. Window range. Okay, so let's okay, so your y-min is 30 and your y-max is 10. Doesn't make sense. Most likely calculators. So I think our y-min was negative 200. The y was 30. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to draw a rough sketch of this on our notes just so we have a picture of it. Okay. So we go up and then back down. All right, so yesterday when we did the quadratic formula, we said that the solutions were 7.419 and 10.581. Where do you think those solutions are found on this particular graph? Yeah?
Where the line
How did you know that was the right spot? Those x-intercepts.
I don't know.
You don't know?
X. X.
Okay. I mean, it's a lucky guess. You're right. How do we know that's the right spot? Let's think about this equation, okay? On this side, we have x's. What does this side represent? Y value, okay? Where on a graph do you have a y value of 0? The x-axis, right? Because right here you might have a y value of 1. Right here you might have a y value of -1. A y value of 0 is the x-axis. So if the y value is 0, then the x solutions must be found on that x-axis. So you were right. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to let the calculator find those specific spots for us. So we're going to write down some notes here. We're going to say to find x-intercepts. All right, so we're going to hit the second button and then trace. Okay, we're going to go to that kind of calculate main menu that we've had for everything so far. All right, let's check that out. So if you hit second, trace, we've already talked about max, min, and intersection. Is there another one on that screen that kind of hints or represents at the idea of an x-intercept? Where, yes, 0, okay, where the y value is 0. So we're going to select option number 2. All right, go ahead and hit enter. Now, very similar to how we use the calculator to help us find maxes and mins. Remember, you have to pick a point on the left, pick a point on the right, and then take your guess. Okay, it's the same process. So I want you to move the spider to where you think one of those x-intercepts is. Kind of looks like there's one already there. And I want you to move the spider a little bit to the left and hit enter. You're going to go back to where you think it is and then hit the right arrow a few times and hit enter. And then go back to where you think it is and hit enter for your guess. Okay, it's actually the same process we had for maxes and mins. This time we're just using it to find x-intercepts. So notice the word 0 should pop up. You found it correctly. Notice the y value of 0 gives an x value of 7.49, which is what we found yesterday from the quadratic formula. So to kind of finish our steps here, we're going to hit second, trace, choose option number 2, pick left and right points, then take your guess. So this first x-intercept was 7.419. Okay, just for practice, let's go ahead and try the other one. So we're going to hit second, trace, option number 2, move the spider to where you think it is, go to the left a few times, hit enter, go back to where you think it is, hit the right arrow a few times, hit enter, go back to where you think it is, and take your guess. And we get 10.581. Okay. So the calculator is confirming what we did by hand yesterday using the quadratic formula. Okay, so when you're looking at a graph, the solutions to a quadratic equation are showing up as those x-intercepts. Are we doing okay with calculator? Okay, today's kind of going to be your practice day where I want you to work on some of the homework problems, either from this section or previous ones, wherever you might be working on those. So tomorrow is going to be our review day for your unit test. Okay, so take your time today, work on the homework problems, ask questions if you need to. Don't be afraid to ask questions about the calculator, okay, because you will be responsible for using this by yourself on Tuesday. Okay, make sure you're good with how this operates.